Hey guys, this is Kip Shear. Thanks for checking out my YouTube. Today we're going to talk about something really important with flipping homes, and that is how to sell the home at the end of the flip. How do you sell it to get the most amount of money? Something counterintuitive on that is I recommend underpricing a home to get the most amount of money. So I'm going to explain why I do that. I'm going to talk about my whole process for how I prep my home to sell, how I price it, how I negotiate the sale to get the most amount of money. So stay tuned, I'll get right into it. All right, so imagine you've just spent 3 to 6 months remodeling a house and now you're ready to sell it. Let's start by talking through how I prep my homes for sale. So I try to get my home on the market on a Thursday or a Friday at the latest. So that means I got to take pictures a day before. So I usually take pictures on a Wednesday or a Thursday. I got to clean before that, and I got to stage before that. So usually the whole last week of a flip is not doing any construction. It's only cleaning up the house, staging it, taking pictures, and getting ready to put it on the market. So I do all that so I can put the house on the market. Usually a Thursday night is ideal because a potential buyer is going to see that in their updates, usually in their email on a Thursday night. And then that allows them to talk to their realtor and say, hey, let's go check out this house on a Friday or a Saturday or a Sunday. So I want to give them enough time to know the house is for sale and plan to go see that house that coming weekend. So my whole strategy is I want to sell that house the first weekend it's on the market. So I want to give 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, to get as many people through that house as possible. I want the house to be totally dialed in. And I want to generate a lot of offers so I have people competing to buy the house. So I usually underprice the house. I almost always get an appraisal done by an appraiser. So I have a value that I can say this house appraised for this price and I'm selling it for less than the appraised value. So now a buyer thinks that I'm selling it at a discount, they're getting a deal on this house, and the house looks fantastic. I want a lot of showings so that there's the feeling of scarcity, right? You got to put your mind in the place of a buyer. You want them to feel like they have to have this house. There's a lot of people competing for it and they want this house. So I underprice the house. I try to get as many showings as possible so that the buyers know there's a lot of other people looking at this house. If I want to get this, I got to put in a really good, strong offer. I refuse to reply to any offers until Sunday night. So I give people the whole weekend to go see the house. I'll usually do an open house on a Saturday so that people can go see it and put forth their best offer by Sunday night. That way, I'm not just stuck giving it to the person who comes and sees it first and offers me full price. I want to give a bunch of people the offer to see it and then get as many offers in as possible. And then I go back to the people who are, when I get in a handful of offers, I go back to the highest few offers and say, here's kind of where we're at. We have some offers kind of in this price point. If you'd like to revise your offer, you can. And that allows them to know there's other people bidding on this house and kind of where that price needs to be. The psychology of negotiation at that point is now the seller has the leverage because this is a coveted property. So the buyers are going to do whatever they can to buy that house. They're going to put forth their best offer. And whoever gets that house is going to feel so grateful to be the person who won out on that bidding war that they are going to do whatever they can to stay through the transaction to the end. Because they know if they back out, somebody else is waiting in the wings to buy that house. So let's consider the flip side. If I overprice a house, I don't have as many showings usually. Even if people come look at it and they say it's beautiful, but it's too high, priced too high, usually buyers feel like they can't put in a lower price offer when a house just came on the market. So they'll go see a house, they'll be like, oh, it was a beautiful house, but I feel like it was priced too high, so we'll just wait and see if the price comes down. And if not, if someone buys it at that price, it was too high for me anyway. So now your house doesn't sell the first weekend, it doesn't sell the second weekend. Now you're stuck having to do a price reduction. You've just lost all your leverage. Now the buyers are going to come in and see that you're kind of in a desperate state because you've dropped the price. So they're going to come in and now start to lowball you. So instead of offering above asking price, they're going to start to lowball you because they think that you are desperate and you need to sell the house. That's also going to affect the entire transaction. Even once you go under contract, they're going to feel like they have all the power. So they're going to ask for all the repairs to be done. They're going to be second guessing whether this is the right decision. Did they pay too much for the house? So the whole escrow period is going to be in their favor instead of in your favor. So you'll usually end up selling the house for more if you price it low than if you price it high. Because if you price it low, chances are you'll go above the asking price and you'll have a really strong offer. Versus if you price it high, you're going to end up having to lower that price. And the longer you sit on the market, the more people think that you're desperate and that they're going to lowball you. So learn a lesson from me. I've done both. I've priced it too high and I've priced it too low. And just trust me, from my experience, you want to price it low. You'll get a better offer in the end. You'll sell the house for more and it'll be a smoother transaction because the buyer will feel like they're very grateful to have that house. So I hope you've learned something today. I hope I can save you from making a mistake that I've made a few times. This is something that your real estate agent should be recommending to you to do, to underprice your home. And if they're not, then you probably don't have the right real estate agent. This not only applies to flips, also just to selling your any regular home. If you price the home right, you're going to end up getting more for your home at the end of the day. So keep this in mind when you sell a flip or you sell a personal residence. If this was of value to you, I'd love for you to like and subscribe to my page. Check out my other videos. I really appreciate it.